The Lord Privy Seal is the fifth of the great offices of state in the United Kingdom, ranking beneath the Lord President of the Council and above the Lord Great Chamberlain. The office is one of the traditional sinecure offices of state. Originally, its holder was responsible for the monarch's personal seal. Today, the holder of the office is invariably given a seat in the Cabinet of the United Kingdom. Though one of the oldest offices in government anywhere, it has no particular function today because the use of a Privy Seal has been obsolete for centuries. Thus, the office has generally been used as a kind of minister without portfolio. Since the premiership of Clement Attlee, the position of Lord Privy Seal has frequently been combined with that of Leader of the House of Lords or Leader of the House of Commons. The office of Lord Privy Seal, unlike those of Leader of the Lords or Commons, is eligible for a ministerial salary under the Ministerial and Other Salaries Act 1975. The office does not confer membership of the House of Lords, leading to Ernest Bevan's remark on holding this office that he was neither a Lord, nor a Privy, nor a Seal. During the reign of Edward I, prior to 1307, the Privy Seal was kept by the Keeper of the Wardrobe. The Lord Privy Seal was the President of the Court of Requests during its existence. English Lord's Privy Seal, 1307 to 1707. 14th century William Melton, Roger Northborough, Thomas Charlton, Robert Baldock, Robert Wodehouse, Robert Ayleston, William Ireman, Henry Cliff, William Hurleston, Robert Wyville, Richard Emin, Adam Limburg, Richard Berry, Robert Ayleston, Robert Taunton, William de la Zouche, Richard Bintworth, William Gilsby, John de Ufford, 1342 to 1344, Thomas Hatfield, Bishop of Durham, John Thorsby, Simon Islip, Michael Northborough, Thomas Bramber, John Winnock, John Buckingham, Dean of Lichfield and Bishop of Lincoln, William of Wykeham, Peter Lacy, Nicholas Carew, John Fordham, William Dighton, Walter of Skirklaw, John Waltham, Edmund Stafford, Guy Mohun, Richard Clifford, 15th century Thomas Langley, Nicholas Bubworth, John Prophet, John Wakering, Henry Ware, John Kemp, John Stafford, William Annick, William Lindwood, Thomas Beckington, Adam Williams, Andrew Howells, Thomas Leasier, Lawrence Booth, Robert Stillington, Thomas Rotherham, John Hales, Thomas Rotherham, John Russell, John Gunthorpe, Peter Courtney, Richard Fox, 16th century Thomas Ruthall, Henry Marney, 1st Baron Marney, Cuthbert Tunstall, Thomas Boleyn, 1st Earl of Wiltshire, Thomas Cromwell, 1st Earl of Essex, William Fitzwilliam, 1st Earl of Southampton, John Russell, 1st Earl of Bedford, William Paget, 1st Baron Paget, Nicholas Bacon, William Cecil, 1st Baron Burghley, William Howard, 1st Baron Howard of Effingham, Thomas Smith, Francis Walsingham, William Cecil, 1st Baron Burghley, Robert Cecil, 1st Earl of Salisbury, 17th century Henry Howard, 1st Earl of Northampton, Robert Carr, 1st Earl of Somerset, Edward Somerset, 4th Earl of Worcester, John Coke, Robert Naunton, Henry Montague, 1st Earl of Manchester, Lucius Carey, 2nd Viscount Falkland, Edward Nicholas, Henry Boucher, 5th Earl of Bath, John Robarts, 2nd Baron Robarts, Commissioners during Robartes' absence as Lord Lieutenant of Ireland, 1669 Edward Dering, 2nd Baronet, Thomas Strickland, Robert Millwood, Arthur Annesley, 1st Earl of Anglesey, George Savile, 1st Marquess of Halifax, Henry Hyde, 2nd Earl of Clarendon, Commissioners during Clarendon's absence in Ireland, 1685 Thomas Livingston, 1st Viscount Teviot, Robert Phillips, John Evelyn, Henry Arundel, 3rd Baron Arundel of Wardour, George Savile, 1st Marquess of Halifax, Commissioners 1690 to 1692 William Cheney, John Knatchbull, 2nd Baronet William Pulteney, Thomas Herbert, 8th Earl of Pembroke. Commissioners during Pembroke's absence as Lord Lieutenant of Ireland 1697 Thomas Mompesson, Charles Lodowick Cotterell, James Tyrrell, John Lowther, 1st Viscount Lonsdale, 18th century Ford Grey, 1st Earl of Tankerville. Commissioners 1701 to 1702 Edward Southwell, Christopher Musgrave, James Vernon, John Sheffield, 1st Duke of Buckingham and Normanby, John Hollis, 1st Duke of Newcastle, British Lords Privy Seal, 1707 present, 18th century John Hollis, 1st Duke of Newcastle, John Robinson, Bishop of Bristol. Commissioners during Robinson's absence at the Treaty of Utrecht 1711 George Beaumont, 4th Baronet Robert Biley Edward Nicholas, William Legge, 1st Earl of Dartmouth, Thomas Wharton, 1st Marquess of Wharton. Commissioners 1715 Edward Southwell, Christopher Musgrave, 5th Baronet Andrew Charlton, Charles Spencer, 3rd Earl of Sunderland. Commissioners during Sunderland's absence at Aix-la-Chapelle 1716 Edward Southwell, James Vernon and Andrew Charlton, Evelyn Pierpont, 1st Duke of Kingston upon Hull, Henry Grey, 1st Duke of Kent, Evelyn Pierpont, 1st Duke of Kingston upon Hull, Thomas Trevor, 1st Baron Trevor, Spencer Compton, 1st Earl of Wilmington. In commission 1731. William Cavendish, 3rd Duke of Devonshire, Henry Lowther, 3rd Viscount Lonsdale, Francis Godolphin, 2nd Earl of Godolphin, John Harvey, 2nd Baron Harvey, John Leveson Gower, 2nd Baron Gower, George Cholmondeley, 3rd Earl of Cholmondeley, John Leveson Gower, 1st Earl Gower, 2nd Baron Gower, Charles Spencer, 3rd Duke of Marlborough, Granville Leveson Gower, 2nd Earl Gower, Richard Grenville Temple, 2nd Earl Temple. In commission 1761, John Russell, a 4th Duke of Bedford, George Spencer, a 4th Duke of Marlborough, Thomas Pelham Hollis, 1st Duke of Newcastle, William Pitt, 1st Earl of Chatham. Commissioners 1768 Richard Sutton, William Blair, William Fraser, William Pitt, 1st Earl of Chatham, George Harvey, 2nd Earl of Bristol, George Montague Dunk, 2nd Earl of Halifax, Henry Howard, 12th Earl of Suffolk, Augustus Fitzroy, 3rd Duke of Grafton, William Legge, 2nd Earl of Dartmouth, Augustus Fitzroy, 3rd Duke of Grafton, Frederick Howard, 5th Earl of Carlisle, Charles Manners, a 4th Duke of Rutland. Commissioners 1784 William Fraser, Stephen Cotterell, Evan Nepean, Granville Leveson Gower, 1st Marquess of Stafford, George Spencer, 2nd Earl Spencer, John Pitt, 2nd Earl of Chatham, John Fane, 10th Earl of Westmoreland. 19th century Edwardian and wartime post-war 21st century other countries. Keeper of the Seals of France, Lord Keeper of the Privy Seal of Japan, Keeper of the Ruler's Seal of Malaysia.